It's Week 14 of the National Football League. And at center stage, it's the Raiders' leader at quarterback. He's your top dog in the league this season, ranking first in passing yards. It's the Raiders and the Bucs, and it's all up next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by their rookie quarterback, the young man from Clemson.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
Throwing to start the drive. Stevenson. That's caught by Myers. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
33 yards on the play. And the Raiders first down.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. First carry now for Alexander Madison. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. The numbers for him from a week ago: 16 carries, 91 yards, and a touchdown.
When a winning streak stretches this far, you start to wonder if a team is truly unstoppable. And here's a guy who's been very much the legs that have helped drive this team to wins week after week. And even when teams have keyed on him and tried to slow him down, he's still gotten the job done enough to avoid a loss. Talking with him in pregame, though, he thinks that this week could be his biggest week yet.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
First down, Las Vegas.
Here's a give to Madison running right. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Joe Tryon-Shoyinka in pursuit that time, and he gets the tackle for loss. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Looking to throw. Stevenson. Over the middle, hooks up with a tight end, Bowers. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 25 yards that time.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Madison. No signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the
Offside.
1.
Defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Madison. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Alexander Madison. That's rushing touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Raiders are on the board first here on the road in Tampa. And his stellar campaign continues. That now his 20th rushing touchdown on the year, a number that very few running backs have ever reached in a single NFL season. throwing to start the drive. Stevenson.
They'll get this underneath to Madison.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a give to Madison. They find some open field here. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. Back to throw. Stevenson. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. On the handoff, it's Madison. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 48 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Dancing to his left. His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Davante Adams, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Raiders are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have Raiders offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And his numbers this year have been eye-popping in a lot of categories. And one area that stands out, he's the NFL leader in rushing touchdowns by a quarterback here in the latter part of the season. Going to begin the drive here with Madison. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. And they've been excellent against the pass. The number 6 unit in the NFL.
Yeah, this has been a good defense, but they're going to have to really prove it in this one because guess what? They're facing the number 1 passing off.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Jacoby Myers, 70 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen.
Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He's thrown a couple of touchdown passes already in this first quarter and now looking for more as his guys begin 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Madison.
And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. Well, they're making a real first quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
21-3 is your score after 1. Second quarter now, and it's Las Vegas with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll run with Madison. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
This is Alexander Madison out of the backfield with it.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
On 3rd down, they run with Madison.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's played well all year long as he enters the home stretch of the season as the NFL leader in touchdown passes.
Throwing to start the drive. Stevenson. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Well, partner, this offense 12-0 now on the year following their latest victory. And during the week, a lot of folks making comparisons between this squad and the 1985 Bears. You know, they too were 12-0 at this juncture of the season before losing on a Monday night 38-24 to the Dolphins at the Orange Bowl way back on December 2nd of 85. But then they'd never lose again en route to winning Super Bowl 20.
And when you look back on it, partner, didn't it almost feel like a setup game?
And now off to the races down the right side.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Davante Adams. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. And his sensational season continues. That touchdown grab, number 20 for him on the year. Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He had the touchdown pass on the last drive, his 3rd already in this first half, as he'll try again with a 1st down.
Let's go now.
Going on the ground with Madison. Fighting his way through contact. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
73 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Here's Madison. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Looking to throw. Stevenson.
That's into the hands of his tight end Bowers.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They'll run it with Madison. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Offside. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
And the ball moved up here now to 2nd and 7 following the penalty.
Let's go. Go.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Here's 3rd and 3.
Back to throw. Stevenson. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
But they've certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Stevenson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And the Raiders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Here's Madison running on 1st down. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Again, Madison. And not a whole lot there as they'll get him down at about the 2. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort.
Another carry now for Madison. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Fourth down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Carlson able to put this one through.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And how about the start so far, Charles? 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And that's how you generate excitement on a team. Keep your offense moving at a really high level. And it's also how you establish leadership, by playing that well. 3 touchdown passes, that's the way to lead.
Now he's just hoping for number 4. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
There he goes, right side.
Inside the 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Davante Adams on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Raiders are able to widen their lead here in this first half. And this is turning out to be something to monitor as this game goes along. That's now 3 touchdown catches for him here in this first half alone.
So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half.
Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
Offside, defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5.
Here we go, set.
Back to throw. Stevenson. Open man is Myers. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Raiders.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's go.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Down the sideline he goes.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Brock Bowers.
62 yards.
And the Raiders have taken a 5-touchdown lead. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. That's now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Alexander Madison. Touchdown number 22 on the season.
And the Raiders have taken a 6-touchdown lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now 3rd down and 7.
Looking to throw. Stevenson.
A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 down at the 31. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
From the 25, here's a 2nd and 4.
Back to throw. Stevenson. And it's complete to Adams. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That'll put him at 190 receiving yards now. He's putting on a show. He also has a first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6.
Looking to throw. Stevenson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Jacoby Myers, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season.
And the Raiders get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up this secondary all game long, and this time that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and adding another touchdown to his ledger.
And I think we see these youngsters develop a lot quicker than we ever have, because when they get started in this game, they're not just throwing passes around. They're reading coverages early. So now
the Raiders now set to get the football back.
Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Escaping the pressure right. A little juke. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Here we go, sack.
Back to throw. Stevenson.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A 23-yard run.
And the Raiders add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
That's a really good decision right there outside of the pocket. You've got to know the right time to shift from passer to runner. He was looking and looking, nothing there. You can almost feel the brainwaves firing as he calculates, I think I can win a race to the pylon. And he turns out to be right. Touchdown.
Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
2nd and 6.
Looking to throw. Stevenson flushed out right. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
A gain of 14. And the Las Vegas first down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's got a man, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
And with that last throw, the record comes into focus as he has now gone over 500 passing yards in this game alone.
Back to throw now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Okay, ready?
From the 46, here's second down and 5.
Operating from the gun, Stevenson. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 34-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Flush to his right. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. 34 yards.
And the Raiders are on their way to a sensational 13-0 start as they extend their lead here. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the term blowout for a lopsided ball game. This has kind of gone past that. I think we're in historic territory right now.
You nailed it. Historic territory. Perfect phrase for what we are watching. If this were a movie, what kind of rating would we put on it? Who would you allow to watch what we're watching right now? Let's hope this one gets over fast, because this game, well decided a long time ago.
A well-executed 22-yard gain. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Dances by him. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
That escapability has been on full display, and you can see he's now over 100 yards rushing for the game.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun, Stevenson.
Short throw caught by Bowers.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
And the Las Vegas first down.
Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the fourth.
They certainly are, and let me tell you.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. 27 yards.
And the Raiders are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead. Visitors offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's been a nightmare for defenses to try and contain all year long. NFL leader in rushing yards at the QB position here late in the season.
Here we go, shot.
Throwing to start the drive. Stevenson. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
And that is a historic run for him, partner. With that pickup, he just broke Lamar Jackson's 2019 record for most yards in a season by a quarterback. No one has done it better across a 16 or 17-game schedule. Now his name will be forever linked with the best runners to ever play at that position.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Back to throw. Stevenson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, good move. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
First down, Raiders.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Stevenson got his man complete over the middle. It's Tucker.
And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And this is a balancing act for a head coach with a rookie quarterback. You've got to walk a line with him. You don't want him getting happy feet, but you also don't want to rein in what worked for him in college. And here, he pulls it down, takes it himself, and takes it into the end zone.
This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Flushed out right. Oh, nice move. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
And cue the applause, and there it is for him. The mark he's been aiming for all season long. 1,000 yards. Just the third quarterback to reach that milestone, joining Lamar Jackson and Michael Vick. That's a season's worth of work and a huge commitment to get him the touches that he needed to make that happen. Congratulations.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
And the Raiders first down.
Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury here late in the game. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders.
And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out.